Hey everybody, this is Brian Green, intro for 502 in the spring. Um, what is up? Hope y'all had a good time off. I know I did. Definitely coming back rested, but excited to learn more. And just really kind of give a quick intro about myself. Reflecting on the design process from last semester, there were definitely some things I think that um, I really got a lot more out of it than I think I was initially anticipating. Um, just being able to kind of really have the freedom, but within the kind of the constraints of um, code and compliance. I thought that was like what I'd probably really struggle with the most was just like how do things fit into zoning and code. But I really found that kind of gave me a nice kind of shape to then kind of fill kind of my design decision. I definitely, my learning style is definitely learned by doing, and I definitely have to do it myself. Just watching just won't help. Um, so looking at the project, I think my style is, I think, a very conservative, meaning very buildable. I love to see the, Bjarke Ingels, and I love to see, some really, out there architecture, for inspiration. But I think ultimately drilling it back, what do the details look like? How is it going to be, efficiently built? Even if it's not going to be, I think coming with that mindset, um, I don't think limits you. I think it gives you a better understanding of like what can be done, especially for me now being so nascent. Um, but yeah, the zoning requirements I think was a fun thing. Um, one thing that I think I could have probably done better, I think, is really get a better scale. I think do a little bit more on the site analysis, like doing a little bit more of like first person perspective. I think once I kind of got to the end and I saw kind of how the shape of everything shook out, just in Inkscape and real like this courtyard just feels like really tight. And I think the topology that I was probably picking for my project would have probably needed to be, I don't know, at least twice as big. Because it really I really got a pretty good sense of like this feels cramped. This feels a little narrow. So I think if I had to do it differently, I think I would just probably spend a little bit more time, maybe in VR or just creating couple more Inkscape views, a couple more fly throughs, just to give myself a little something. Um, I think I was fairly successful at telling the story and kind of putting people into the shoes maybe of the user. I think that could probably be done a little bit less. I was so focused on like trying to get through like Revit tutorials and try to really just getting through documentation of deliverables, and I think I lost kind of a lot. It feels a little dry in places, and I think that could be done a little bit more with maybe some more graphics or just imagery, um, collage, just to really sell like the feeling of this place, to really hone on the story. So what I'm looking forward, this semester is knowing that we have an education project is really be able to fill that in, and do a better job of just kind of putting you in the user's footsteps. Let's see if I answered everything. Personal aspirations, yeah, just continue to learn. There's just I feel like there's so many opportunities. There's so many people here from different walks of life that I think we're really able to speak to a lot of different experiences. And what inspires me, just the opportunity, like just to learn. Like I'm just a lifelong learner, and can't wait to move forward.